YouTube, what it do? Lil Petty. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the SP 500, the Nasdaq. We're going to figure out what's going on in the market. We're going to go over some trade ideas I'm looking at for tomorrow on Friday, March 22nd. And I'm going to show you guys how I build my watch list. So, without further ado, let's get into this episode. So, as you guys can see, we got the SP 500. We are coming up, and we've been on this serious uptrend. We already know we sold off, so we've been on this uptrend. And we're actually looking to, if we zoom in, let's zoom in real quick. So we zoom in, we had a bullish candle, took out the highs of both of these last 2 days on the pullback. And we are looking to see if we're going to test this 287, which is this breakdown candle from over here. So we have support right around here, or resistance right around here, and we're looking to push above. Now, if we push above, we can see stocks like, AMD, all the top stocks, they're going to go up. So let's look at the Nasdaq. Look at the Q. And we have this basically the same scenario. This was the low of the dump, basically, when it started. And we have cracked that. We have came up to this support right here where we broke that. And now we are actually getting above right here, with our next range going to be probably right around this area right here. And then next to the all-time highs. So looking at the chart, we have bullish confirmation still going up. And just looking to see what's going on today. So the Dow Jones was very strong. Microsoft, Apple was leading the way. HD. The only stocks that pulled back was Boeing and JP Morgan. The Nasdaq was very strong today. Tech leading the way. Even consumers, healthcare did good. ALGN was up 5%. Monster was down. And Biogen was down. So those stocks were down today. Everything else was green. Look at the Russell. So financials is bringing the Russell down. Information technology was strong. These were all green. Healthcare did good today. Industrials and the SP 500. So financials was bringing the markets down. So I want to look at XLF real quick. That is the financial ETF. And as you can see, we are kind of coming down. We look like we're about to cross bearish. So we could see probably potential for this to come down. Or if we get a bounce, then we could see potential to the upside. Now, okay, so that's for let me go back to the Nasdaq real quick. And like I said, we are looking to push up to higher highs. We can zoom in to like the 4-hour chart. We are a little overextended. And so it looks like we're going to keep pushing up. I'm pretty much following the trend until we probably pull back down to this area. Then I would be more like looking to see maybe a pullback. But just with everything that's going on with the news and Powell and all that stuff, we are looking pretty bullish. So I kind of like MU. MU is curling up. AMD, so I'm going to actually zoom into the 5 minutes. Okay, so right here we see AMD. So what I'm looking at on AMD is we need to hold down here. If we pull back down to here, then that's obviously going to be a great entry to go long again. But for Friday, if we crack above here, then we can obviously see potential to the upside. Now, if we do a gap and fade, then we can be looking to see look to see potential to the downside. So what I like to do, I like to come over here, come to AMD, look at the chart, and right now the stock's trading at 28. So we're going to come straight to the 28 calls and look how much are those trading for. These are trading at 35 cents. So where do we think AMD can go tomorrow? We can go to the 1 day, and we can zoom in, and we do have this next support level up here at 28.50. That's about not too far away. And support, go to the 5 minute and see, like I said, if we're gonna crack, then we can obviously probably see it come down to this 26.75 range. So these 26, hold up, yeah, 26, these 27. So we would go to 27 puts. Now these are very cheap right now. These are 9 cents. The high, these were $1.36. So we could look at the chart real quick. Come over here to AMD, those 27 puts. Check these out. Yeah, these have been downtrending, and they're obviously going to sell off harder. But if we get the move on AMD tomorrow, for instance, now let's go back to the red. If we get the AMD on tomorrow, if AMD comes down to this 27, and these puts that we're looking at right here, these ones will probably go up to, I would say, about 50 cents at the least. So if you made, 10 of those, that could be a good trade, $90. But we also want to look at the call side. So we will come to the call side and look at 2850s. 2850s trading at 20 cents. If AMD does get up to 29, these ones might be a good one to go to. So yeah, so this is what I like to do. 321 after hour notes, and I'm gonna go ahead and put AMD, and we're just gonna go down the list, and we will come back to them later. So the next stock that I'm looking at is of course Nvidia. Nvidia has been uptrending, and as you can see, it's holding this 10% continuation play. So looking for the upside, we have this gap here that we're trying to fill. So we're in this range right here. These green bars are basically, if we get above here, then that's basically the sign to go. So it's basically resistance. Square ended up running up. I'm kind of cool off Square, even though Square it's been a little choppy, but this had a breakout. Apple, we're gonna look at Apple. We're gonna keep Apple. APL. So I like Apple because Apple is still showing this bullish uptrend. Let's go to the 1 day. We see that we have room to the upside. We did hit our profit target. I updated the swing trading list, so we hit our profit target at 192. AMD hit its profit target yesterday. Microsoft hit its profit target at the end of the day. Yeah, so I see potential in Apple. We have came up here, and it looks like we could possibly come up to this $200 range. So we still have a little small gap over there. And yeah, so I would say possibly this next range will be a 200, and then ultimately it's going to be this 210. So we're going to come over here and look at the apples real quick. APL. And we can look at the 1 days. These ones are a little more just because it made the super run up yesterday. So these are at 95s, and I would want to see a small pullback if I wanted to jump in, because I wouldn't want to get these $200 calls. So with that being said, with the downside though, possibly down to this 190 range. So these 190 puts are very cheap right now. So the market is basically setting up now for, if it does pull back, these puts will be in favor, but we need the market to not gap down. Because if any of these stocks gap down, then these puts are going to shoot up a little bit in the morning, and you're not going to be able to capitalize on, say, this 190 put for 10 cents. And this is for Friday. Or if you want to play it safe, you can come over here and buy something like these 180s, 185s. I would probably go 185s or 190s, whatever. But just, you can give yourself more time by going out farther. But it's going to need to make a drop. If it goes up, then these are going to come down still. See, they're down 50% today. And the calls, they're up basically 100%. So they're up more than 100%. So yeah, the calls are still going to go up if the stock goes up. If the stock doesn't go up, then the calls are going to go down. So Apple, I like Apple. Put it in the notes. We got the Apple. Damn it, I keep going there. Roku, I'm kind of cool off Roku. Roku has been making moves, but Microsoft, definitely going to watch Microsoft. Microsoft is on the list for continuation, or if we have a pullback, we can look at the Microsofts. Because I guarantee you, if Microsoft does pull back tomorrow and it comes and tests these lows, these puts can be pretty good, a pretty good play. These 118s, the bid is at 1 cent, but the ask is 8. I would move. These spreads are kind of bad right now. So, and it's showing also with. So it's. Let me look at something. The bid size. So these are low bid size. What are the ask size? These are low bids and low ask right now. So these, when we wake up, we're gonna have to actually look and see what's going on. Like the ask is low too, and the bids are low. So these are not giving us a great price, but we can basically figure that these are going to be cheap. These 118s, these 119s. We can play the 119s to be safe, or you could play the 118. So the 118s would have to come in here, down here, to get in the money. And let's look at the call side, because I would say maybe Microsoft can even get to 121, 122 tomorrow. So these are pretty expensive right now. We are definitely going to have to wait to see what is going on. Like I said, the bid and the ask are messed up right now. So these are nothing to look at right now. The IV is still low. So when the market opens up, these are going to fluctuate. And I want to show you guys on the chart what I'm talking about. The Microsoft 122s. Look, so the 1 day, the chart doesn't even like it, because, hold on, remove all studies, bam, okay, yeah, this is choppy. Alright, so this was today, Thursday. These were trading at a cent, and they went up to 7 cents. So you can basically expect these ones to be around 10, 15 cents at the most. And why is it showing that over here as 47 cents? I don't know. Let me make sure I'm on the right ones. These are the those are the 122s. We want the 121s. The 121s. There we go. Look, this is all messed up. The ask is 169. This ask is 47. But like I said, that's just because of what's going on with the option right now. It's after hours. So these ones were at 3 cents and they came up to 25 cents. So that's more of the range we're going to be looking at. Maybe look for these to pull back to 10 cents. And if like I said, but if Microsoft is going to run up, I would look at these 120, either these 120s or 121s. Wait for the pullback and get in one of these if it pulls back to a certain level. And that's how I'm looking at Microsoft. So we're going to put Microsoft right there. Tiva is still showing continuation. I like that one. Amazon could be a nice play, either to the upside or the short side. SPY, HUYA, Netflix. So Netflix had a run up. It's cracking this breakdown candle from when we sold off in October. Boom. So with Netflix coming up, we can see either Netflix test this level and reject, or we can see it come up and test this 386. So I like to just come over here and see what's going on. Netflix 1 days, the 386s. So that is a $10 move, 60 cents. That's it's pretty expensive, but what is a move on Netflix for $10? That is a 2% move. So if Netflix is going to go up 2% today or tomorrow, then those will be in play. And those would get in the money, and they would be worth more than 67 cents. They'd be worth probably like $2 or $3, just depending on how far they get into the money. So I kind of like Netflix. I know Netflix contracts are a little. I'm gonna put it on the list. So we got basically FANG stocks that we're watching. I want to come to the market watch. I want to look at the bank stocks real quick. JPM. Oh, and also I want to show you guys my little scanner. So JPM is starting to recover. 5-day. Oops, that's the wrong stock. JP Morgan, JMP. Okay, so we still selling off. We are getting this consolidation. So I would want to see actually a curl up before we go into here, because we can obviously, well, we could probably see another leg down. But we are in this little trend right here. We got a nice little pattern trying to hold right here. So see where that plays out. I actually want to clear this. This is too much. Too much activity. Okay, cool. So we got a clear support. We got clear support basically right here. And yeah, so we have support right here, and then we're holding down like right here too. And then the upside. So yeah. I don't really, I'm not saying I don't like to trade short, but when the markets are going up, I would rather just trade things that are going up. Tesla did make a bounce, so let's zoom in on the 5-minute. So Tesla is still kind of trading sideways a little bit. It had the huge sell-off. It's starting to try to pick up. I want to see it get above here, this 277, and ride it up to here, these next levels. But until then, I'm going to leave Tesla alone. I might check up on it, but Disney was selling off. Maybe the pot stocks could go up too. So I want to show you guys what another trick that I do. So I come over here to my scanners. This is my pre-market gap scanner. You guys can look at here, right here, how I have it all set up. Pause the video if you want. I have everything that is all optionable, because this is an option scanner. I trade options. So we have the market cap, 2 million. Volume, now this is where you come in. In the pre-markets, I like to do 500. In the aftermarkets, I do 5 million. 5 million. So we got the 5 million stock, and we're going to get 200 shares, or 200 stocks right here. So I'm going to come over here and see just what ran up. MU, AMD, EA, Caesar, NVIDIA, Activision, Square. So this is what I would like to do too. Look for stocks that I'm familiar with. Apple, Fox bounced. DHI, I've been seeing that. Roku, HPC, WorldPay. So I will come over here and see JD curled up. So we're gonna check out JD. Even Ford, but I'm not gonna trade Ford. eBay, but yeah. So this is what I come over here. Check these out. See the losers: Biogen, Monster, Chegg, Nike. So Nike was up today. It's down in the after hours. I guess they had an earnings report. So Nike could be in play tomorrow. Kron is selling off. ACB. So the pot stocks are selling off today. And yeah, so overall, I'm going to go through my list one more time. I do want to put MU up here. MU is setting up for another leg up. NVIDIA, so we do have the chip stocks. Roku, I'm cool off Roku. Square is getting continuation. Maybe we could put Square up there. And yeah, so Facebook. I think I'd put Facebook up here. I didn't put Facebook up here. Facebook. I'm gonna check out. There was Boeing. There was one we just looked at. Let me see the scanner. Nike, ACB. Chart, Nike, NKE. Oh yeah, so Nike's selling off in after hours. We can put this down here. I'm gonna put this on the chart. NKE. Look at the 1 day, see what type of setups we have. It's in a bullish formation. So this is probably a pullback. People to maybe get in long, or if we see anything that's telling us different, then we can probably go short. As you can see, we got the cross giving us the confirmation. We've been riding it up, getting a little choppy, but overall the 1-day chart is going to clear that up for us. We're on an uptrend. We're getting a pullback. So this pullback, if we're going to see, let's see if it touched 85. 1 hour. So it's down at 84. We're going to watch this Nike. So Nike's going to be on the playlist tomorrow. And I'm actually going to throw Amazon up here too, because Amazon is volatile on Fridays. I want to look at the Amazon real quick and the Nikes, and we can wrap this video up. I don't want to make it too long. It's already 20 minutes. So Nike, look at NKE. Oh yeah, these are gonna be oh yeah, so this is earnings play. So we're actually not even gonna, we can look at them real quick, but this is not giving us no information because earnings crush is gonna come out. So we'll follow up on those tomorrow, and we're gonna look at the Amazons real quick. The Amazon chart, 5 minutes. We need to get clear confirmation to see what's going on. Okay, so we're up here testing this. We broke above. Now we need to zoom out. We have support right up here. I already kind of have it mapped out, so I'm going to actually do this. Activate the drawing, make this green, and make this the 3. Bloop. Okay, so we're going to zoom in, and what percentage is it going to have to take to get up to this 850? So I like to do this just to see what type of move. So to get up to 850, that's really only a 1.5% move. So a 2% move will get us up to $860. And down 2% would get us about into this 1790. So let's look at the 1790 puts. Those are about $1.20. And the 1860s, was it 1860? It was 1850. No, the 2% would be 1860. So we can be a little bit conservative and check the 1850s. Boom. So these are trading at $1.41. And yep, so this is me, how I build my watch list. I'm going to fill in the notes. So for example, I would go back and type in AMD. AMD is bullish. Yada, yada, yada. And then we're going to come over here to AMD. Like I said, we would look at the calls, and we would choose these 28 fives or these 28 fives or even these 29s, depending on the setup. Or if we're going to go on the put side, we come and look at the chart one more time, so I'm not just freestyling. And we come and we look at key supports, so 2650s. And these 2650s are 4 cents. If you wanted to buy 25 of these, that's $100. If you sell them at 50 cents, you do the math, you would return in $750. So that's the video. Stocks I'm watching. I'm gonna be dropping my watch list on my website, so check out my website. Links in the description. And yeah, so you guys have a good night. Hope you guys watch this video before the markets open up, and have a good one.